Ritchie, and I have the pleasure to be here today with Kenneth, my grandpa, a dad, and a veteran of Vietnam. Thank you so very much for being here with me today, Grandpa. I just have a few questions for you today, so let's get started. Grandpa, when and where were you born?
I was born in Kalamazoo, Michigan in 1946.
Were you raised in that same city you were born?
Yes, I was.
How did your family come to live in the city you were raised or born?
Well, they both came one came from the Dutch heritage, and the other one came from Germany, and they both came over here from another country.
What did you enjoy doing for fun as a child?
I lived in a neighborhood where there was 64 kids, and we were playing football, baseball, soccer, scatterball, hide and seek.
Okay, did any world events have any impact on you while you were growing up?
The only thing was probably when I was born. I was born during the end of World War II and during the Korean War, and then when I got older, I got involved with the Vietnam War.
Did any of those events have a lasting impact on your family?
I think wars always has an impact on your family.
That's true. When and how did you meet Grandma?
Actually, I was introduced to her from my cousin, and after that, it was like love at first sight.
How many children did you have, and what were their names?
I had twin daughters, Lori and Jennifer.
What was one of your fondest memories as a father raising your children?
When you have twins, just going somewhere is a challenge.
What was your profession, and how did you choose it?
I was an engineer at Union Pump Company in Battle Creek, and originally I was going to be an architect, but I decided that to go into the other part, the engineering, machinery, and that type of area, instead of going into the architectural.
How long did you work as your profession that you chose?
34 years.
Grandpa, I know that the Vietnam War was a part of your life. If you don't mind, I would love to ask some questions about your experiences in the war. How old were you when the Vietnam War started?
I was about 15 years old when the war started.
Did you get drafted or did you enlist?
I was drafted.
How old were you when you got drafted, and how did you feel?
I was about 20 years old when I got drafted, and I originally was not planning on going into the Army. I was planning on going to college, but the government had other ideas, so I was drafted.
What armed service did you get drafted into?
The Army.
What was your job, assignment, and ranking?
I was intelligence and security, and when I was discharged, I was the rank of sergeant.
Tell me about a couple of your most memorable experiences.
I would say the guys that I was over there with, they were a great bunch of guys. Some of the things that weren't very pleasant was the way that the people of Vietnam lived. It was horrifying, really bad, and I don't think I'll ever forget it.
Were you awarded any medals, and if so, what for?
I didn't get any special medals because I was not on the front lines or anything. I just got the basic Vietnam and the basic Army accommodation medals that they gave out.
Do you stay in touch with your family?
Mostly by mail.
Is there something special you did for good luck?
I used to pray a lot and hope that when things started happening that I wouldn't get hurt, or none of my buddies would get hurt.
close friends in the war with you?
No, I didn't have any close friends when I was over there, but there was a lot of guys that I met that became really good friends with.
Do you recall the day your service ended and how did you feel?
Well, when I arrived back in the state of Washington to be discharged, just before we got there to that point, we came into a commercial jet, and there was like 200 and some GIs on that aircraft, and when the plane hit the ground, we cheered like crazy.
Grandpa, as this interview comes to an end, I leave the floor open to you to make any comment or message to your family that you would like.
I have nothing for my family, but I hope that, I know the wall is coming to Richland, and I hope everybody gets a chance to go see it, just to see how many lives were taken in the Vietnam War.
Thank you very much, Grandpa, for your time. Thank you for watching my interview with Kenneth Bill, my grandfather and a great Vietnam veteran.